Hello and welcome to this very special video which holds a very special segment. You might be wondering why is it so special? Because today we're going to spend time with a 3D animator industry expert. The demo reel of this guy is amazing. He has been collaborating with projects such as Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, Halo, and he even got himself the opportunity to collaborate with Peter Jackson on the King Kong movie. He won an Academy Award for it. That's great. That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you to CJ Markham.
Hey man, what's up? How are you doing? How are things?
Good. Yeah, I'm hanging in there.
All right, great.
So what's going to happen here is that for all animators out there, we all know how tedious it is to do your animation performance, whether for your short film or your game performance. CJ here is going to show us his latest cutting-edge motion capture technology, StretchSense.
CJ, so how does it work? What can you show us about your motion capture equipment?
Oh, yeah, sure. Just to give you sort of the rundown of what it is and what makes it so different from previous ways of trying to capture figure data in a motion capture environment is that if you're familiar with motion capture, there's a lot of different ways to do it. Some of the primary ones used are optical data, where you've got those little gray markers, typically on the body, but there's a lot of projects where they'll put them on the hands, like the finger as well, to try and capture finger data. The problem with that is it's very difficult to work with in post because not only do you have the limitation of trying to capture something as minute and detailed as fingers, because when the markers are too close together, they tend to get a lot more errors because they tend to swap or get occluded, or there's a lot of different issues with that. Either way, a lot of times the data comes out very noisy. It's very hard to clean. There's been a lot of development in other ways to capture fingers. For instance, inertial capture is another type of capture process where they use magnetic and essentially trackers to track finger movements. That helps to avoid the issues that they get with occlusion, with optical type capture, but it also introduces other issues like drift. That's the process where over time accuracy starts to diminish, and so with inertial systems, a lot of times fingers start getting out of whack. And you have to recalibrate often to counter that. Another issue that tends to show up is because it's a magnetic system. If you've got magnetic sensors on every finger and you clap your hands together, that can cause a lot of issues with magnetic interference and again introduce more errors. There's a couple other examples of different ways that it becomes erroneous, but StretchSense, what kind of makes them a little different is they're developing technology that doesn't have any of those same hand caps because it's actually sewn into the glove, into the back of the glove. Each sense, what they use a stretchy sensor. Think of it as rubber bands attached to a Bluetooth device. Right now, I've plugged in to charge it a little bit, but what it is it sends a signal. And that signal basically tells your PC how much each one of the sensors is stretching for each finger, and then that gets displayed on your character.
Oh, cool. So everything is the glove is giving you the information in real time.
Yes,
that's great. Cool. Is there any special software that we should know about in order to control the hand?
Yes. So we've also developed internally, because you could just pipe that straight data feed out to your software of choice, but then there's a lot of legwork you got to do to make that drive your character correctly. So we've actually developed a software that does that for you. So we've got an avatar, a hand avatar that we drive with the glove, and then that hand avatar can then be retargeted to any character using a software called Hand Engine, which is the software that StretchSense has developed.
Right.
If you want, I can give you a quick demonstration.
Sure, yeah, love to.
All right, so right now I've got my glove. Looks like it's on. It's all wireless, so I just unplug it, so it's no longer being charged.
All right.
But don't mind, I'm going to just share my screen real quick so you can see what I see.
Okay.
Go. Let's show.
And right now you can stream the animation to Unity, Unreal, and Motionbuilder, right?
Yes, Unity, Unreal, Motionbuilder, Maya. We have plugins for all those different software packages that you can easily stream directly to.
Okay, cool.
So if you're seeing my screen right now, I've got this is our current version of Hand Engine. It's being updated every day. In fact, there's some other new features that are coming out soon, but I'll just show you what we've got currently in market.
Right.
Let's turn it on. So right now, this is we're using Bluetooth and it streams to a COM port, Bluetooth device.
Yeah.
So I just go ahead and scan. Now I found the device. If you look down here on the bottom left, these little bars are showing the data, how much the data is being influenced, and then you can see my hand driving this avatar hand.
Yeah, it's breathtaking how precise it is. Look at that.
So this is another cool thing about this type of technology because no other glove technology. There's a couple different glove competitors we're up against right now, but no other glove competitor actually has what we call a snap threshold. And what that does is because we're using machine learning and we're basing it off poses, a list of poses that we have you calibrate to.
Right.
You can actually designate those poses as snap poses, and what that means is that if your hand as a performer is within proximity of those poses, it will prefer that, it will snap to that. You can actually adjust the settings and snap that pose, and you get a nice static keyframe. This is really good for like if you've got a game where someone's punching, or if they're using a weapon, like a gun or a sword, and then you need static pose of the hand on the object, but you also want to actually break that pose and get articulation. You can actually set those poses up in a way that it will lock into that pose when you are within proximity.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, there we go. So now I've got locked a fist.
All right.
You can see there's no jitter. A lot of times, if you're using other software, if you're using other processes like optical, a lot of times you'll see jitter of the fingers.
Yes, of course. You're retarded.
But by using this system, I can lock in on whatever pose I want.
Cool.
Based on the setup. So, would you like me to show you an example of this being?
Why don't we fire up the Motionbuilder scene to see how it works?
Sure. All right. So, let's see. To do that, real quickly before we go, let's see. Yeah, I'll just put it. Right now, I've got a scene with a Paragon character. Yeah. This is show off the buttons. So this is the character Gideon from the game Paragon.
Right.
I've loaded him up. He's a free asset you can download for the Unreal Engine. And so I've gone ahead and done the pre-work of just getting him in the Motionbuilder.
Right.
Also, let's see. Yeah. Also, I think when you first get him, he comes like this in an A pose. All I've done to this scene is I put him in a T pose with the thumb sticking at a 90-degree angle.
All right.
And then from there, I save this file out as just a FBX named Gideon.
Yep.
Now using Hand Engine, what I've done is I've actually gone in and I've remapped I can actually load that same FBX into Hand Engine and then dictate what what bones I want to drive.
All right.
So this way it makes it so that you can actually drive any hand with this with the hand engine avatar, whether it's got 3 fingers or a crazy skeletal hierarchy or even name conventions. It's completely agnostic.
Right.
Basically, you just select which bones on your character you want driven by the bones of the avatar hand engine.
Nice. It's very nice.
I won't bore you by showing all the details of how that's done because that can take a while. But what I will show you though is I'll show you how I can drive the character. So right now I've got my hand. Let me just speed up this result. Yeah, I had it on a pretty high blend. Smooth. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drive my character hand with this data.
Right.
To do that, I would just need to drop in. So I've already gone ahead and installed a plugin for Motionbuilder.
Yeah.
I'll show you how easy to use. All I have to do is select that plugin, drop it into my turn it on, and now once it's on, it will actually recognize if I remapped it through Hand Engine, it'll automatically recognize that bone structure. What I have to do is click on it, and now
wow. My God. Okay.
I'm going to show the skeleton work as well. Now notice.
Yeah.
I'm going to point it real quick. Notice on my original hand. Sorry. I'll try one thing real quick just to make this always refresh. There we go. Okay. So if you look at my original hand here in Hand Engine, it's got metacarpals. And as I make my fist pose, you can see those metacarpals bend back a little bit, just like a natural normal hand.
Yeah.
If you look at the actual character, this is an example of the ability to ignore certain bones and still get the correct retarget. Because this character doesn't have any metacarpals, at least none that are animatable. Right. And I'm still able to retarget the result directly onto him. And like I said earlier, with that snap function, I can snap to a hand pose, and it's going to keep it nice and static. Something you can't do with other motion capture technology.
Nice. That's the most precise capture I've seen.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Do you want to see what that looks like on the down?
Sure.
Cool. All right, so what I'll do is, let's see. So now I've just selected my device that I dragged in.
Right.
I'm going to turn on recording.
Yeah.
So now it'll record the data that I send to it, or it'll record what I see, what I capture in Motionbuilder. Now if I hit record, I'm going to do let's do create, copy data. Nope. There we go. So now I'm driving it live.
All right.
Zoom out a little bit. Let me adjust my screen a little bit. There we go. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to record some keys on these fingers. I'm going to start with the fist pose, that snap pose.
All right.
And then I'll just hit play. And now I'm going to move my fingers around.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So let's get my fist pose back, and now I'm going to stop. There we go. And then to be able to see the keyframes, all I have to do is turn off the live function. Right. So now it's showing my keyframes, and then I go to my F curves, select the bone. Let's see which bone section. I'll select the index. There we go. So you can see, here we go. Let me go ahead and show this a little bit. I'm going to make this a little bigger so you can see the curves. So I actually have, there's actually, see how there's no keyframes?
Yeah.
For the first portion?
Right.
That's because it was snapped in a single pose. The moment I broke that pose, it recorded data. And so you can see the finger bones moving.
Oh, okay.
And once I went back into that pose,
right,
it didn't record any keys. That way, it just eliminates any kind of excess keyframes. So you're not getting a frame on every key for a static pose. What's the point?
Right. That's awesome. Okay, cool. And now that you have the animation there, you can export it into any engine of your choice.
Yeah. So yeah, for instance, from here I can just drop my live link.
Yeah.
I have an Unreal link here. If I run Unreal, I can actually just drag the skeleton straight from this.
Cool.
So you can actually real time. Let me go and turn it back on. There we go, live.
Yeah.
So from here you can actually drive it live in Unreal using your live link.
Right.
Or there's also a plugin that goes directly Unreal, so you don't even need Motionbuilder.
Cool.
But this will be very helpful for, like, for instance, if you're doing multiple things, like if you're running the body with inertial suit or optical system or whatever. But gives you that freedom to do everything real time.
Yeah, I'm also aware that Motionbuilder has this incredible tool, pose controls. I bet that with the hand engine software, you can save whatever pose you want with your hands, right?
Mm-hmm. In fact, there's a way to actually bring your poses into hand engine. So if you have a saved pose library for Motionbuilder, you can actually bring that into hand engine and use that as a pose.
Nice. That's great. Okay, so you save the pose in Motionbuilder, and then you send it to hand engine for saving it. Well, yeah.
And that way you get really defined artist, really defined poses without having to go through the same software. You can use your software of choice.
Cool. That's truly awesome. All right, so CJ, why don't you explain to us an overview of the interface? What are we looking at here?
Sure. Yeah, so what we got here is on the left, this is where you connect to your what glove you're using. So based on what kind of hand engine license you get, you can actually drive multiple gloves. This is the studio license, so we can run up to 12 gloves simultaneously, meaning you can have 6 actors all recording both hands.
Right.
And then there are lower tiers of the software where you can, I think it's 2 or 4 gloves simultaneously. And then from there, you've got you can import which glove or device you're using. Create a profile that's specific to your actor.
Right.
I'm trying to change the screen. That's fine. Anyway, so like for instance, this is where you add your actor's name and then profile for whether it's left or right hand, whether you're doing more something that's got a lot of snap poses or just articulation. It's up to you. It depends on how you want to build up your solution. So here's the section where you reenact your custom character. This is where when you capture poses, this is where they get stored, and then you have the ability to switch hands.
Oh, nice! Look at that.
A swap.
Okay. Yeah.
This is where you would train to either the blend mode, which is the articulation mode, versus pose detection mode, which is where it only snaps to different poses.
Okay.
Where this is helpful is if you're doing keyframe animation, what you can do is you actually turn on so you can actually blend directly to poses and build pose. Or you can change the transition. So this is the transition. And I'm going to make a little experience this a little better.
Okay.
Ease out transition.
Yep.
Here's ease in transition.
Yep.
And then you have a linear or default smooth and smooth out.
Okay. Okay.
That's in post detection mode. Go back to blend mode. There's also preview. Well, like a lot of times you want to turn off preview when you're calibrating. Here's the calibration pose library. So you can pick a pose and then calibrate to that pose. We also have a function where you can actually calibrate multiple ones at once. So you have like 4 actors. You have all 4 actors sort of hold the same hand pose, and you can calibrate all 4 pairs of hands simultaneously.
Okay. Cool.
And there's auto mode basically makes it so that after each hand goes, it will after it captures that hand, it will have to go to the next one. Here are your recording functions. There's time code. It supports time code.
Yeah.
And then also, this is a list of all the bones in the actual hand, in the actual after hand.
Okay.
Here you can actually modify your pose and create new poses. So, like, for instance, if I want to adjust how this pose looks, I can actually go in and I can per bone per rotation pinpoint the exact pose I want, and then actually create a new pose for that and name it whatever I want.
All right.
And test. And then as you work on that pose, let's say I don't know why I want that. I want a big finger. There we go. I'll just do a quick couple real quick. So if you hit update pose, you can go back to it and it'll always be stored.
Oh, cool.
And it's all like this. So on that, you automatically have the left version of it.
Nice. That's great.
So, and then you can also export your pose library. So if you create poses here in
Engine,
you can export that out as a file.
Oh.
And import poses.
Oh, in Motionbuilder.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we're currently working to get that support from FBX. You can import poses from FBX and export FBX poses as well.
Cool. And can you record hand performance on Hand Engine and then pass it on to Motionbuilder?
Yes. So you can actually record it here, and then once you've recorded it, you can export it to Motionbuilder. Currently, we are working on our FBX export, so we can export directly to FBX, and you can load it directly as an FBX in Motionbuilder.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, thank you very much, man, for sharing this information with us. Is there anything you recommend to any animator out there?
Yeah, this is a great tool. It's it's leading edge technology, and it's still very being developed. So it may not be sort of your industry standard for a year or two, but it's really cool stuff if you can afford it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any contact where we can get a hold of you for relating to StretchSense, of course?
Yeah. So you go to the website. The website's StretchSense.com.
All right.
Yeah, and go ahead and check it out.
Okay.
That's where there's a button you can press if you want. You can enter your email address and find out more information.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much, man.
No problem.
Hope you're well, and I'll see you next time.
All right. See ya.
All right. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so there you have it, folks. Very, very useful tool. It will become available soon, of course. With anything else to say, I think this would be it. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for seeing this. Hit a like, subscribe, share this, most importantly, to any person out there who's into the motion capture world. This was the Moon Man, and yeah, okay, Moon Man out.